Hello, my name is Matthew Pike. I'm here with NAIA, the Newfoundland Aquaculture Industry Association. We've been here representing the aquaculture of Newfoundland, the farms for salmon and mussels and trout. We've been cooking salmon and mussels for the past 2 days and again tomorrow. And I'm here to show you how to cook and buy and store some mussels. So first of all, I'm going to get these pots started so I can show you how to cook them. You can buy mussels in mesh bags like this at your local grocery store, or you can smaller bags. This is a big 25-pound bag. I should have done this beforehand. Inside each of these bags, there's a little tag, and it says on it the day they were harvested and from where they were harvested from, the Newfoundland fisheries. Like these ones came from the Botwood area, Point Lehman, and Notre Dame Bay.
Notre Dame Bay, near Botwood, yep.
So first of all, I'm going to turn on my pots here, my butane burners. Get them nice and hot before I put the mussels in. Now, they're completely dry, no water, no nothing. You'd be amazed the amount of water that come out. Most people want to cook them in salt water or wine or whatever. Wine's perfectly good. But you don't need any water. You don't need anything. They can cook in their own juices and steam. Where's that scoop?
Yep. Scoop. Yep.
So if your pot is hot, when the mussels hit it, they'll open up just a little bit and let the juices flow out of them. So that way they can create the steam to cook themselves in. So just cover them up and let them go. So as I said, these ones that come from the Notre Dame Bay area, there's how many farms did you say? Sorry?
There's roughly about 50 farm sites and about 8 farmers in the province that own a number of farm sites.
And they're on the northeast coast, the north coast, and the west coast?
The south coast.
Oh, south coast, sorry. And the salmon farms are on the south coast near the Pools Cove area. And when it comes to storing mussels, you can get them in the bag and you keep them refrigerated. It's best to put them in a perforated pan with a wet cloth over the top or ice if you can. So that way you have a drip tray underneath, and that way when they do age, they're going to drip a little bit of seawater or juice out of them so they can run out and you got somewhere to catch that so it's not building up in the mussels.
How long can you store them for, Chef?
3 or 4 days. After that, you're going to probably want to give them a smell, make sure they smell nice and fresh, like the ocean, salty and fresh. You don't want any off odors. And if you do get a little bit of an off odor, you can always rinse them and kind of soak them in the water for a little bit, but don't leave them there. You don't want to store them in fresh water because that'll kill them. Just checking on my mussels here. Starting to go.
Chef, the folks may not know, but 80% of the mussel farms in Newfoundland and Labrador, or the production, has actually been certified to Canadian Aquaculture Organic Standard. And our farmers in Newfoundland and Labrador were the first in North America to be, well, the first in the world to be certified to the organic standard. And we're proud producers of farmed organic mussels. We are the largest producers in North America of farmed, fresh, organic mussels.
Also, with buying mussels, you can buy them at most of your local grocery stores, and if you want to find them, they can come in those big mesh bags or little ones, 5 pounds or 10 pounds most likely. They can also come in loose on ice at your seafood deli. Just if you're uncertain if they're Newfoundland farmed, you can always ask. Never hurts to ask questions.
The reality is, as Chef mentioned, if you bring them home from the grocery store, treat them properly, and don't leave them out in the sun in your car. If you do put them in the fridge, as he suggested, in a perforated dish with a moist cloth, they will actually last for a week or more. But most people can't wait that long to eat them, so they're usually gone within a day or two anyway. So, and they are available fresh, as you said, Chef, at retail around the St. John's area anyway, and Big Goods carries them, so does Sobeys and Dominion. So all of those places in the fresh seafood counter, you can find them on a regular basis, and they're usually delivered twice a week in the city here. So you know, if you get them at any of those places, they're no more than a couple of days out of the water. So they're pretty fresh, and of course they're a live animal.
Yeah, got to treat them with care. Like these mussels here that we're cooking, they were harvested on October 1st, so they're pretty fresh, straight out of the ocean. Mussels are coming along. They're starting to bubble, if you can see here. Starting to steam, so if you want to speed up the process a little bit, you can always just mix them around, so that way the steam is hotter than the water that's underneath. So if you mix it around, the bottom ones will cook as well. The hotter the pan when you put the mussels in, the better, really, because if you heat them and flash them really hot, the mussels will come off the shell a lot easier, and then that makes it really easy to eat them. So, I don't.
And Chef, you've made mussels. You're just steaming them now, and in their own juices. But mussels can be prepared a whole variety of different ways.
Mussels can be prepared in wine or garlic, or you can even use a beer. Guinness beer or Rickards or any kind of your favorite beer is great. You can chop up some minced shallots and a bit of garlic. You can also put them in chowders or put them in a marinara bisque or anything like that. There's all kinds of different ways to cook mussels. Do we have the brochure?
Well, we do have brochures at our booth, of course, and in fact, if you go to bluemussels.com, that website, bluemussels.com, it'll tell you the story of Newfoundland farmed seafood, mussels in particular, and there are lots of recipes there. So we're just mounting that site up, and it'll be loaded with wonderful recipes, making appetizers, main courses, and even desserts if you want them.
Mussels for dessert, that's a new idea.
I've seen it before. There aren't many recipes for that, but it is possible.
Righto. Now these ones here, they're pretty much all open here now. And if you can see the amount of bubbling, the amount of water that's coming out, this was a dry pot. There's nothing in here. I'd say they're all pretty well cooked.
So you can see it. You can see it in the mirror, right? Yeah.
So I'm going to come around here. I got a bucket here to empty out this water, just to show you how much water actually comes out of the mussels.
And he didn't add any water to the pot. It was a bare pot.
Completely dry pot. Turn off the burner. Now, if you cook your mussels and they don't completely open, they were probably not very good to start with, so you try not to eat those ones. Like, it didn't open, so you don't want to eat that one.
That seems like an awful waste, all that water too, Chef. Can you do anything with that, or?
You can go through, filter it. You can probably put it through a cheesecloth or something like that, and you can keep it as a stock, and it'd be great for using as a fish chowder or a fish soup. You can use as a base instead of just using plain water or using your powdered fish bouillon from the grocery store. This pot's a bit slower.
Yeah. More mussels in it.
Yeah, bigger pot.
It doesn't take a long time. I think that one was only cooking for about 4 minutes, and this larger one will probably be about 6 minutes, and you'll have it all cooked up, and it's pretty quick. I've used a stock, Chef, before, like you said, just frozen it and then used it as a chowder base. It's really good.
Take out some plates, get ready to serve some. Hope
Okay.
you're all hungry.
We're not doing the garlic butter, eh?
No.
No.
this pot here is full.
Is there some in there? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. All right. Those who would like mussels, you can come up and get some. I need helpers.
They're on the way.
Thank you. We'll probably get you napkins in a minute.
That gloves